All right, I'm in the middle of doing a reading for myself, and sometimes I read best even for myself when I'm recording it for the collective, because there are many within the collective that I channel for who are on a similar path or trajectory as me. So I'm recording my reading that I'm doing for myself for those who are going to resonate with it, as well as so that I can get clearer about what's coming through here. So if this is for you, you're going to know as we get going. So what's coming through here is this connection to the collective mind here with Neptune in the third house or Gemini. And what I'm getting for myself and for others within this collective that I channel for is that your dreams, hopes, and desires are not only your own. Like we talk a lot, or I talk a lot about this energy or this idea that our dreams and desires are essentially encoded within our very DNA. They are placed there by our soul because they're meant to be realized. But what's coming through here with this Neptune in the third card is that your dreams and desires are not only your own. They weren't just placed there by your soul because you were meant to realize them. They are the collective dreams and desires. This is why your dreams are so big. Okay? You are meant to realize some of the greatest desires of the collective, held within the collective unconscious, to help liberate the collective and create this blueprint, open up these possibilities so that others can follow in your stead. All right, with the 10 of Wands here and then the 9 of Pentacles, this is all this hard work. You may be feeling, as I've been feeling for quite some time, just really burned out. Like you've been burning the candle at both ends. Even if it doesn't look like you've been doing a lot on the outside, you've been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been going within. You have a lot of excess responsibilities and burdens in your life that you're trying to juggle, along with big dreams and aspirations, desires for yourself and the collective. And that's the part that Spirit's really bringing through here, is really highlighting this energy of for yourself and the collective. Because a lot of these big dreams that you have, like we said, they're for the collective so that you can realize them, to be that example, to create that template, to open up that realm of possibility, right? It's like, I don't know, I'm seeing within the quantum realm, it's like you're lighting up certain pathways so that others can follow those pathways too. But even more than this, let me collect my thoughts here again. You're continually channeling through the collective dreams and desires, and those dreams are getting bigger and bigger. And some of you, you've always had these big dreams. Some of you, it's like maybe you didn't originally, like myself, dream all that big. Maybe you came from, like I did, very humble upbringing. Maybe you, like myself, lived kind of on the fringes of society for quite some time. I remember when I first got clean and I started going to experiencing like houses that weren't like flop houses, you know what I mean? Trap houses. I would get really uncomfortable in nice places because I just didn't feel like I fit there. It was like, well, I don't want to touch anything because everything looks like it's so orderly. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was besmirching the property just like by stepping inside of the home, you know? And it took a while for me to get comfortable with that. So like these desires and dreams that have been unfolding within me, I didn't have them from the very beginning. All right, my dream, I always had that dream and that desire for liberation, for freedom. That's really the only thing I cared about, was being free. Ironically, the path that I took to achieve that freedom ended up enslaving me, but isn't that how it goes, right? Isn't that part of the lesson, part of the journey? So my life has been a series of seeking freedom and finding myself in chains once again through the pathway that I thought was going to bring me the liberation, and then breaking free of those shackles again. If you're resonating with this, you'll resonate with that energy, that pattern. I'm in the middle of another segment of that story right now. But this is how we find ultimate freedom. Those of us who are meant to live in ultimate freedom experience countless forms of bondage or imagined bondage, right? In the pursuit of that. Because in order to know that you are truly free, you have to experience different variations of what it feels like to be contained, right? But your soul cannot be contained. Spirit really wants you to know that, because you may be in a situation right now, and for some of you, it's going to be, you're going to relate to that, like literally because you followed your path and your soul's guidance. Maybe you ended up in a situation and now you're like, all right, so how do I find freedom within this? What does that look like? There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of duties, perhaps. But this is completion, right? The 10 is completion. This is what you're moving into. This energy of the manifestation of all that you desire for yourself, for the collective consciousness. Spirit's saying, use your ability to tap into the collective, to access new ideas, new pathways, new possibilities. The full moon that we have coming up in Gemini on December 4th is happening when the sun, which is always opposite the moon during a full moon, is conjunct a point in space known as the Great Attractor. This is the most magnetic, one of the two most magnetic points in space. This is a point that opens up possibilities, that opens up pathways. All right, and it's in a T square, there we go, with the nodes of fate. South node in Virgo, north node in Pisces. This energy is massive as we continue to move through December, right? I talked in a live stream on my main channel on YouTube the other day about this energy of how 2025 is like the on-ramp. If we can imagine the new timeline, the new Earth timeline of 2026 and beyond as like a highway. We're on the on-ramp right now. All right, we are so close. You are so close. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged, because I am sensing that energy of feeling discouraged. The other message, see, we got another 10, another ending. 10 of Swords. You've been clearing some really heavy energy for yourself, for the collective, for your bloodline. That's all coming to a completion here. But Spirit needs you to understand that you are free. And you will find a way to break through these shackles, just as you have broken through the shackles every time before, right? Because they only really exist in your own mind. Just as freedom only truly exists in your own mind, in your own heart. And that's the last message here coming through, is the importance of opening up the heart, healing the heart chakra. Those that I'm reading for have been through a lot of painful experiences. With Saturn here, this could be father energies. This is Saturn in the 4th, and Cancer could be mother energies. Could be childhood, painful, isolating experiences, loss, betrayal, things that forced you to close down your heart in order to protect it. And I wish I could tell you how to open it back up. I'm working on this myself. All right. It's a journey. The first step, Spirit's saying, is just being willing. Being willing to be vulnerable again. Being willing to feel. Being willing to connect. When those opportunities align themselves. And Spirit's saying that the people, the circumstances that are meant to help open up your heart chakra are just going to be essentially like falling into your lap when you make this commitment to yourself, to your path, to your heart, to open up. Everything that you need will present itself. So it's just about making that commitment, making that decision, and then following through when you get the opportunities. All right, once you do this is going to unlock all the doors, to open up all the doors that you felt like you've been beating your head against for all this time. Just like magic, they're all going to open. I always say the heart is the portal to the 5th dimension. And it is so incredibly true. So make that commitment. If you're still watching this video, your soul is inviting you to make the commitment to open your heart, to be vulnerable. Just make that commitment, issue that invitation to the universe, and then show up for whatever transpires after. Love you so much.